Good morning, everyone, and happy Easter. Hope you all are having a good day so far. I know I am. So, first things first, I have to ask you all to help me with something. So, like many of you, I got an Easter basket this morning and it was full of really cool things. But my favorite thing I lost already. It was this really cool pen. It's got a chicken on it and it lights up and it's yellow. There's feathers all around it. So I'm really excited to be able to write with it, but I can't find it. I looked in my Easter basket and I didn't leave it there. I checked my purse, I checked my backpack, I checked under my bed, and I can't seem to remember where I left it. So, if you guys could help me out and just maybe think of some places where I may have left it, let me know because it's driving me nuts. I'm just trying to think about where I could have left it. Look, I found my pen! Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, I feel so silly though now that it was right there the whole time. If someone just would have been here to help me with it, I probably could have found it sooner. But that actually kind of reminds me of the story we're about to hear in a little bit. Because you see, Mary, Peter, and this other disciple go to the tomb to find Jesus, but he's not there. And their first instinct is actually to think someone took him, or God knows what else might have happened to Jesus. But they don't see the good news that's right in front of them. They don't see that Jesus is gone because Jesus was raised from the dead. Jesus defeated death. It's an amazing thing, but they can't figure it out. Even Mary actually runs into Jesus and has a full conversation, and it takes her a minute to actually realize that it's him. And for us, this is really hard because we know that this is the point of the story. We know that Jesus comes back. That's the whole point of today. That's the whole point of Easter. But sometimes, we're kind of like Mary and Peter and the other disciples, where sometimes it's really hard for us to see the good news. So, like I said, today, that's the whole point of today. So, today's a little bit easy, but there are some weeks, some days where the scripture we read or the stories we hear, it's really hard for us to find the good news and we need a little bit of help. I mean, even just think about a couple days ago on Good Friday, the whole time we're hearing about the trial and crucifixion of Jesus, and it's really, really hard for us to find any good in that. So it's tricky. But what's really great about all of this is that we don't have to do this alone. Because first things first, we know we have God always there with us, right? I mean, no matter what questions we have, no matter what we're struggling with, God's always going to be there with us. Even if we're like Mary and can't see it right in front of our faces that God is right there, that doesn't mean God ever goes away. So that's pretty awesome. And then the next thing is that we have this great community that we get to be a part of here at Grace. So when we have these weeks where the stories we hear either just don't make sense to us or we have a hard time finding the good in it, we have our friends that we can talk to, have conversations with, that'll help us find this good news. I mean, if you talk to some of the adults about what they do during the On the Way that we did on Thursday nights, they go around and share the good news for the reading that week, and sometimes that helps the other people in the group see the good news in ways we wouldn't have seen it before. And I think that's pretty amazing. I mean, that's what Mary did. She had the good news right in front of her. When she realized it was Jesus, she didn't just keep it to herself. The first thing she did was run back to all of her friends, to the other disciples, and share that good news. And that's what we're supposed to do. So if nothing else, hopefully from today, you figure out that don't be afraid to ask for help. Some of the days it's hard for us to see what's right in front of our faces. Some days we are like Mary and Peter and this other disciple. And that's what this community is for. That's what God's for. But at the same time, you can also help other people. You can tell your story. I mean, you get to be a part of this good news because Jesus died for all of us and he came back for all of us. And if that's not something to get excited about and share with everyone that I don't know what is. So have a happy Easter, guys.